Symphonie, is that your given name?
Yes, it's originally from in Vietnamese. So when I came here, it's easier for people to call. So I translated to Symphony.
But your actual name means symphony.
Correct.
Wow. So it's not a name that you chose when you became a nun.
No. It's my father gave me that name.
Okay.
So because he loves classical music, so his dream for me was to become a classical musician. So he named me as Symphony.
Wow.
And actually, I'm a symphony, third symphony, because my mom has a miscarriages twice before me. So that's a Symphony 1, Symphony 2, and then myself is Symphony 3.
Wow. Okay. And then I understand you have sisters as well?
Yes, I
with
have
musical
two
names?
sisters, and my sister's name Melody and Harmony.
That is awesome. Symphony, Melody, and Harmony. And then all of those are in Vietnamese.
They are in Vietnamese, and we translate it to English.
How do you say your name in Vietnamese?
Sao Hung.
Sao Hung. Okay. And it's easier for people to just call you Symphonie, especially.
Yes, because when I first came, I tried to teach people to say my name. Either they say Yahoo or Zhao Huang. It's just very difficult for them to pronounce. And until this moment, that not a lot of people can pronounce my last name.
Okay.
So Ngo.
No. Oh, because of the NG.
The NG, yes.
Okay. And you were with St. Faustina for a while.
Yes.
And that was, what years were you here at St. Faustina?
I believe it's 2017 and to 2018.
2017, 2018, you were working with the kids.
With the children choir.
Okay. And so you do have a background in music.
I graduated in University of Houston.
Okay.
In music education.
Okay. So did you grow up here in Houston?
I came to Houston in 2007. I was born and raised in Vietnam.
Okay, 2007. How old were you when you came here? You don't mind me asking.
No, I'm turning 21 when I came.
When you came here. Okay, so you spent pretty much your entire childhood up until adulthood in Vietnam.
Right.
Did you speak English in Vietnam?
Very little. We learned English in school.
Okay.
But most of the time it's grammar and building sentences and vocabularies. We didn't really listening and talking in English. So when I first came here, that's two major skills that I have to learn and improve.
Speaking and reading and
speaking and listening.
And listening in English.
Yes. It's hard. I can look at the English and the practices, I can do the work. But when I hear people talk, I couldn't understand their accent pronunciations because somehow the Vietnamese people, we pronounce differently.
Yes.
Majority of the time I have to lips reading a lot, like looking at people lips and try to guess the word. And it took me forever to process and translate it from Vietnamese to English and English back to Vietnamese. So it took me a long time to get one sentence out.
And then one of the things that a lot of people don't realize is very difficult is slang and figures of speech and idioms and all of that.
Correct.
And because a lot of them are very cultural. So even if you can speak English, there's still those figures of speech that people aren't familiar with sometimes if you're not from the same culture.
That's right.
So you went from... So was it after you graduated high school that you came here to the United States?
So I graduated high school, and back then I had two schools. I studied in two schools. One academic school and the other one is music school.
Okay. Oh, that's right. You were 21. Yes.
So after finish the academic years, I continue in the college of the music school. So for 1.5 years, my family decided to have me study abroad. So they did all the paperwork with the help of my godmother in Houston. And she sponsored me to come to Houston to study.
Wow. For music?
For music.
So this wasn't religious studies at all?
No. It's just to improve my music background.
Was there a lot of pressure for you since you were named Symphonie?
It was. Back when I was little, I didn't really comfortable with my name because it's just too different. Like nobody names Symphonie.
Yes, it's very unique.
Nobody. And it's just like, oh, should I use that name? And oh, do I have to fulfill my my father's expectations to become a good musician? But the more I learn music, and everyone knows that my family and my teachers know that I have the gift of music.
Okay.
And I learned to love music while making music and studying music. So I became more comfortable with my name eventually. No more pressure, I think. I like it. It's unique.
What instrument? Yes, very unique. What instruments do you play?
I was major in piano.
Piano?
Yes.
Okay. Piano. And then how old were you when you started learning to play the piano?
My father was my first teacher. So according to him, he taught me around 3.5, 4 years old.
Oh, wow.
And
that early.
We were not, I can say that we were poor at that time.
Okay.
So he bought me a very little electric keyboard. And then he taught me notes by notes. He's a music teacher. And I learned music from him. And by the year of 5, I can sing and play the keyboard at the same time.
Wow. Wow.
Yes.
5 years old.
Yes.
How about your sisters? The same?
I think I have the long process of entering the professional music school. So for some reason, my parents put all of their efforts on me.
Oh, wow.
And then that kind of relaxed on my sisters so they can do whatever that they wanted to. Melody has a love for music, but she didn't like to study music as a profession.
Okay.
Harmony, my youngest sister, she loves music. She has a gift for music, but unfortunately, my parents didn't pay much attention to that skill when she was little.
She didn't hone it.
She didn't hold that.
Okay. And you're the eldest?
I'm the oldest of the family, yes.
Okay. Any brothers? No.
No brothers.
So all girls. Symphonie, Melody, and then Harmony.
Yes.
That is awesome. I can't get over that. Those are awesome names.
Thank you.
When I told my son that your name is Symphonie and your sister's Melody and Harmony, he was like, "Why didn't you name me something like that?" I didn't think about that. It's awesome. It's very unique.
Yes.